My name is Josh Hug, and I'm a co-founder of Remitly. Um, and my top tip is culture is the people you hire. When I first joined Amazon, one of the things I wanted to learn was how they created culture, and I was really impressed with how they defined it really well in very clear ways. But the most impressive thing that I think that created their culture was how they hired to that culture and how they managed to that culture. And I think that as I've started Remitly, we from the very beginning really were intentional around defining what we believed was the most important aspects of not just who we want to be philosophically, but how we want to work together. But it ultimately has to reflect who we are as people and who we've hired. And so in the early days when it was just Matt, myself, and Shavas, we had to write down what reflected who we were. And as we continue, every time you hire somebody, your culture changes because you're bringing something unique in. And so you want to be intentional around how you are shifting your culture when you're hiring people, because it's going to add to that mass. And so what we really believe in is periodically stepping back and reassessing who are we now? Do the words in the paper reflect the reality of who the team is and how the team is behaving? And then also embracing some stretch and change, which we've done since the very beginning, where we say we might be weak in a certain area. We're going to set that as a value that we value because we're going to grow in that value. A great example that I think that we added to our culture like two and a half years ago was joyful. And it's not that we're not happy, but we've tended to be it's hard to build a company and it's easy to get too serious. And it was really important, and we recognize the value of that, to say let's actually stretch ourselves to bring more joy to our work. And it's been really helpful, and I see it paying off.